I took my time to post a video this time because I didn't want to just put anything out. And I've been seeing a lot of disgruntling things happening on this platform on the back of a lot of rappers getting locked up, dying, the Kevin Samuels thing, and it's just happening at a fast rate. So much so that there's basically no time to grieve. So I had to chill a bit to really figure out what is going on and where all of the animosity and anger on social media is stemming from. Because there's a lot of men who are directing their anger towards women in particular. And it's not like it's a new thing. It's just that now it appears to be in overdrive, as if women's were the one that were the cause of this happening to them. It's really hard to know that there are women who have to bear the brunt of these attacks by men who they do not even know. But these same men feel like they have the power, the right, and it's their place and should be justified in taking women's lives when they never even knew each other in real life. Like the case of the mall shooting in Atlanta and the subliminal YouTube video thumbnails where so-called men in higher positions are basically saying that it's these women's karma to be shot by a stranger. The sad part is that these types of men have never done the manly thing or undertaken the natural role of a man and provided protection to any woman because of their fear of facing another man. Most men say they have no problem doing this, but when the time comes to put this into practice, they back down and would rather turn on the woman instead because it's the easiest thing to do. A woman is the easiest thing for them to control, and that is a weakness. And this is not to say that women are absolved of any mistreatment of men. Anyone, man or woman, being mistreated deserves justice. I just happen to see it more directed at women from men at this time. I have always tried my hardest to help certain men to find a woman who will submit to them. And if you want info on how to do this, you could just revisit podcast 1, 2, and 3. But I, as well as a lot of influencers, had to calm down with this because the real truth is that a lot of men do not want to fix certain things about their character that can help themselves as people and improve their households as a whole. They choose to harbor negativity. You have to want to heal in order for things to improve. You also have a lot of men who act as though they have healed, that they have their lives in order and they have the right to tell others how to be like them. However, what they don't admit is that they have either stepped on many people to get to the status that they're at. And if they call women other than the one on their arm a side chick, then they are absolved of the mistreatment of that woman. When they do admit that they have had a sexual experience or other with that woman to other men, and then they say that they left them where they were at, they will get kudos and camaraderie from those other men instead of actually the men challenging what was said and addressing the wrong in what had happened or the mistreatment. The attitude of men today is definitely not the same as portrayed in the 90s, just like what Jada Cheeve said in this post she made. And even though she's probably a baby then, even she can see that at her age that there's been a change. The extermination, narcissistic abuse of women in society and the femicide that has been taking place has left a lot of broken women. Even if they put on a good front of strength, it's because they have to be that way, and most don't know any different. When in actual fact, they should not have to be. Women should be safe in society, and perpetuating or adding to the further downgrading of women, whether it's in social media, TV, or in hip-hop, should not be supported. Because in 2022, where all of these crimes and violence is happening with people on the streets, it's time to heal each other instead of continuing to beat a dead horse because it's easy to do, all for money. And I really hope this happens because when we hurt others, we really only hurt ourselves. Getting a woman to submit to a man who would rather take it by force is something I can't condone. But I am all for the men that want to genuinely learn and are coming from a good place, that want to build a rapport with a woman and are not only concerned about what they can get, but have no problem with being selfless and giving out of pure love for that person too, and because they want to see that person happy and not suffer. Being taken advantage of and giving are two separate things. Let's do better, people.